There are few updates related to performance in 6.5, block editor and site editor and how they play together and how fast you can interact with block editor in the back end. So your experience as a user, like as an editor, as a user of WordPress, as an editor, as an administrator, inside WordPress dashboard becomes much faster. This is huge. This is so cool. But I think the main thing in this 6.5 release is interactivity API. This is the coolest thing ever because say a year ago and 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when you wanted to have an accordion for frequently asked questions on your website, you would install plugin that does it for you. All the plugin was doing is just making this nice slide. When you click and it opens, you click and it toggles, light box. You click on picture and it zooms out and it opens a larger version of the picture. So for that, for years and years and years, people were installing plugins and even plugin pack, a lot of stuff that brought with it a lot of other stuff. Like to have one small feature, you were installing a plugin that sometimes is not nicely coded, that brings a lot of JavaScript, CSS, and necessary things on your website. But now, with this interactivity API, you can do these basic small things yourself in the editor. You can tell in the editor, like, let this button open this picture. Let this toggle open this piece of text. For example, counter. If I enter number here, display such and such here. For this simple, they are so simple. These operations, they are very simple. But before we needed third-party plugins for that. But now for these things, we will have two inside site editor, inside block editor. I think this is so cool. You can make, and with pages and block patterns and everything, it's called interactivity API. This is for us, for developers. But for end user, they will be able to go to their site editor and just add countdown block with nice JavaScript, CSS, mostly with CSS effect, changing something, opening, closing, just from their WordPress, regular WordPress editor.
The next one is performance translations.
New base that allows translations to different language perform much better, and this change won't affect editors or administrators' user experience. Like people who work with the website won't necessarily notice this, but this is a big thing in terms of outcome. Another performance improvement from 6.5, adopting AVIF, the new format for images. It's very new format, and there are a lot of people, a lot of developers who haven't adopted WebP yet. For those who are ready for this, we can use AVIF format in WordPress. It will be even more performant. It's very cool that WordPress performance team, core performance team, is working on performance improvement. Every single thing is a small step to big results.
That all sounds nice, but will it make my website faster?
When people read about performance updates in the new WordPress version, they think like, all right, something became 3 times faster. Does it mean that my website will become 3 times faster? No, because your website was slow, not because of WordPress core, but because of the things that are happening on your website, because of all the stuff that is living there and all the stuff that is neglected there. Thus, the update of WordPress core and the fact that it becomes more performant makes websites in general faster. Yes, it does for many websites, for all websites that updated to that new version, but in very small percentage. For everyone, but in small percentage. Because the reason why someone's website loads during 16 seconds doesn't lie inside WordPress.
Keep your website nice, clean, and fast, so that it can benefit the performance improvements from the WordPress core.